Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dave again, back with another video. Today is another math video. Yeah! Last time I helped you guys with the Pythagorean theorem. Now I'm going to help you guys with some other subjects. I mean, it's kind of, whatever. It is how to figure out the volume of, like, circles and stuff. So, originally when I was like, oh, really? They use pi for that? I was kind of, like, super confused. But now I'm like, it's really easy. It's a lot simpler than you guys might think, especially because the normal value of pi is 32 trillion digits, but most of the time people won't, do 32 trillion digits, and calculators don't even go up that high mostly. So my calculator on my phone has, I think maybe 10 digits, and I usually just use 3.14159 as the normal. That's like the OG digits. That's the normal digits. So I'll go ahead and we're going to start off with how you find the volume of a cylinder. And then we're going to go from a cylinder to a cone. And then from a cone to a sphere. So here's the issue, is that I don't actually have the work with me because we turned it in today because I'm homeschooled and stuff. So you guys are just going to have to take my word for it. And if I make a mistake, I will tell you. And I will rewatch the video and edit in if I made a mistake. So let me find some paper right here. Let me get my notebook. That is completely filled. Give me a sec so I can find some paper. Alright guys, I found a piece of paper. It took me long enough. Like I was looking freaking everywhere and I couldn't find it. Anyways. So, in order to find, here, let's get you guys a little closer. Alright, let's do it.
And then says he's looked everywhere.
Yeah, I'm here. The video's recording, by the way. Anyway, so, in order to find the volume of a, what did I say? Not a sphere, a cylinder. Let me draw a very horrible cylinder for just a second. I suck at drawing cylinders. Like, I'm horrible. Like, what even is this? Hold on. That's better. That's way better. I suck at cylinders. I really, like what even is this? Regardless, it doesn't matter. It's a cylinder. So let's say you have a height of, we'll say the height is 5. And let's say you have a diameter of, we'll say 3. 3 is our diameter. You know what? No. Let's make this a little simpler. Well, let's say 4 is our diameter. I know I'm going up, but just trust me. So 4 is our diameter, and 5 is our height. So we're not actually looking for the diameter, because the diameter is the length from right here to here of that circle. From the very end, from right there, that's the length. Basically, it's a length. We're not looking for the diameter, we're looking for the radius. And the radius is half of the diameter. So if the diameter is 4, the radius is 2. So now we have 2 and we have 5. So now we need to take, so now our radius is 2. Let me make that 2. So then you take pi, right? Pi, 3.14159, times 5, actually no, times 2 squared. It's our radius squared. In this case, 2 times 2 is 4, so it comes back to 4 anyways. But if our radius was 3, that means our diameter is 1.5. It'd be 1.5 times 1.5, which equals 3, I think, or 4. I don't. Yeah, no, that equals 3. So whatever. No. Hold on. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so we got pi times 2 squared, and then we times that by 5. So now our new equation is pi times 4 times 5. So 3.14159. I'm going to grab a calculator real fast because that's how I did all these. You can do them in your head, and sometimes I do them in the head, but I know how to do it, so I'll just use a calculator, Alright, give me a sec, guys. Alright, so now I have a calculator on the Chromebook, okay? So, pi, right, times 4, or 2 times 2, times 5, that equals 62.831. So, well, actually it equals 62.8318530.718, but to simplify it, 62.831. So that's how you find a cylinder. Now, in order to find a cone, it's kind of the same. It's a little different, but, you know. So, I don't draw cones. Hold on. Boom, there we go. It's a cone. Okay, anyway. So how you figure out a cone is you're going to take, right, the top, you know, it's a three-dimensional cone, so, you know, you have a, you guys know what a cone looks like. Anyway, so, in order to find that, what you need to do is you need to take the radius again, you know, and the equation for that is pi times radius squared times height divided by 3. You divide it by 3 at the end. So let's go ahead and say our radius. You will say our radius this time is a 10, which means our diameter is 20, but we don't need the diameter, we need the radius. And our height we'll say is 15, and then divide by 3. So then at the end, our equation, pi times, and it's 10 squared, so 10 times 10 times 15, that equals 4,712.388, but we're not done yet. Then you need to divide that number by 3, and the answer becomes 1,570.796. So for the cone, that's our number for the cone. Now for a sphere, that I can actually draw. Boom! Best sphere ever. Anyway, so then once you have a sphere is a bit different because you don't use height. You have your diameter from, and by the way, I should mention the radius is the center point of so we'll just draw a square really quickly, or that's a rectangle. But the center of that square or rectangle to the line is your radius, and all the way through is the diameter. I need water, I'm talking a lot. Whatever, I'll grab some in a bit. So then what you do is you take your sphere, right? Let's say this time your radius is 7. So our radius is 7, which means our diameter is 14. And this time, you go pi times the radius squared, so 7 times 7, and then you times all that by 1.333, and that equals 205.199. And the equations for all that, I'll go ahead and say them again. Hold on. Alright, so the answer to, sorry, you guys had to wait a bit, but the equation for a cone, or not a cone, the equation for a cylinder is pi times the radius squared times the height. For a cone, it's pi times the radius squared times the height divided by 3. And for the sphere, it is pi times radius squared times times 1.333. There you go, guys. That is how you find the volume of a cone. cone, cylinder, and sphere. See y'all.